It's 4:30 and this is WKYT This Morning. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump were quick to trade attacks in their second presidential debate. The highlights straight ahead. Plus, some people here in Lexington decided to watch the debate at a movie theater. They say it's a chance to see how others are reacting. And Kentucky fans now have the chance to name the new centerpiece in Rupp Arena. That story plus your Kentucky forecast all coming up on WKYT This Morning.
This is WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start here on WKYT. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Andrea Walker. Bill Bryant has the morning off. It is Monday, October 10th, and we are coming off a little bit of a chilly weekend, still beautiful, and the weather this week all looks well. Let's check in first with meteorologist Micah Harris for an update.
Yeah, it is a nice start to the work week. I know we're a little bit chilly outside, though. We're not seeing anything there on Defender, but look at these temperatures. Monticello down in southern Kentucky. This has been a cold spot the past week. Monticello coming in at 37 degrees already. 43 now in Somerset and in London. I will tell you this, London, our dew points are there in the upper 30s, so it is possible that we actually reach the upper 30s in Laurel County. Other locations, for the most part, dew points are sitting there in the 40s, meaning that temperature won't go past that, so we'll stay in the 40s. 70 degrees, very nice later on this afternoon, as it looks extremely nice this work week. Now, we'll have warming temperatures, and typically that means a little rain on the way, and I'll show you when you can expect that coming up.
Thank you, Micah. Now to the news. After a week of negative press and leaks against both sides, the presidential candidates went head-to-head for their second debate, and both Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton were quick to go on the attack. Weijia Jiang has the latest on Campaign 2016.
Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump did not shake hands at the start of their second presidential debate. The frosty tone continued as the two answered questions about the video released Friday, in which Trump was heard using vulgar language about women.
Yes, I'm very embarrassed by it. I hate it, but it's locker room talk.
I think it's clear to anyone who heard it that it represents exactly who he is.
Trump then brought up sexual misconduct allegations made against Clinton's husband, former President Bill Clinton.
He was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to pay an $850,000 fine to one of the women, Paula Jones, who's also here tonight.
I am reminded of what my friend Michelle Obama advised us all. When they go low, you go high.
Trump also attacked Clinton on her deleted emails.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Anything to avoid talking about your campaign and the way it's exploding.
While the candidates started off attacking each other, the audience asked questions about more substantive issues, including health care and Muslim-American relations. Clinton went after Trump on his taxes.
People like Donald who paid zero in taxes, zero for our vets, zero for our military, zero for health and education. That is wrong.
Did you use that $916 million loss to avoid paying personal federal income taxes?
Of course I do. Of course I do. And so do all of her donors, or most of her donors.
Clinton and Trump have one last matchup next week. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, St. Louis.
Another 4 years.
The third and final presidential debate will be held at the University of Nevada Wednesday, October 19th. Well, 84 million people watched the first debate between Hillary and Donald, making it the most watched debate in U.S. history. While we don't know the exact numbers from last night, viewership is expected to be higher than normal this election cycle. WKYT's Caitlin Sittner reports on the unique way some folks in Lexington watched last night.
Many filed into Regal Cinemas here in Hamburg to watch Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump battle it out on the big screen.
And I saw it 25 minutes ago and figured why not? This was more cooler than watching it at home.
Regal Theaters nationwide invited the public to come in and watch a free showing of the debate along with popcorn and a drink. The second presidential debate started promptly at 9 o'clock. Every major news station is carrying the debate, but many we talked to tonight said there's just something about getting out and watching this debate surrounded by people they don't know. They want to hear others' reactions.
I will probably keep my comments to myself, but I think it'll be neat to see what other people are saying or how other people are reacting.
I think it's the fact of the atmosphere. You know, usually people watch alone at their home, and I think it's the fact that they're going to be surrounded by people from different swaths, different backgrounds, and the fact that at least this is one way in which the nation can come together in a deeply divided time.
Some people we talked with said there's a lot riding on this debate, while others said it won't change their vote either way. In Lexington, Caitlin Sittner, WKYT.
Now, if you plan on voting this November, time is running out. The deadline for voter registration in Kentucky is 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. Police are still searching for a man wanted in connection with a fatal shooting in Laurel County. It happened at a home on Middle Ground Road in London. Police say they found Donnie Stone dead from multiple gunshot wounds. They're now looking for his stepson, John Stricker, who police say is considered armed and dangerous. Family members say Stricker has a history of mental illness and is off his medication.
It really scares me because I've got custody of three grandkids, plus I've got another granddaughter that lives with me, and it scares me because I don't know what he will do or anything.
Police say they think Stricker is driving a 2004 black Dodge pickup truck with Kentucky license plate 408 VBW. They say the front grille of the truck is missing and it has a faded front hood. A shooting at a Lexington park sends a teenager to the hospital. Lexington police were called to Dixie Park on Eastland Parkway on Sunday morning. They say 4 teens were arguing when one of them pulled out a gun. Police found the injured teen at a home nearby and say he told them he accidentally shot himself. So far, no charges have been filed in the case. A massive fire destroys a nearly 100-year-old building in Montgomery County. It happened at Rayburn's Market in Mount Sterling. Crews say there were heavy smoke and flames when they arrived. Investigators think the fire started in the market before moving up the building into 4 apartments above. Now, people were inside 3 of those apartments, but were told everyone made it out safely.
The owners were really great people and run a good business. I shop there myself and personally friends with the owners, so it's a bad loss for this area.
Firefighters say the rest of the building will have to be torn down. All right, UK fans, listen up. As you know, earlier this year, Rupp Arena took down the iconic sound system known as Big Bertha. And now Cats fans are getting a chance to name Rupp Arena's new state-of-the-art scoreboard through an online contest. The grand prize for the winning entry will be 2 tickets to every public ticketed event, including games and concerts at Rupp Arena for the 2017 season.
I can't think of another building that named its sound system. Somehow in 1976, ours got named Big Bertha. Quite offhand remark, and it stuck. We even had a retirement party for Big Bertha. So it kind of makes sense. Maybe we'll just have a contest to name the new replacement.
And a heck of a prize to go along with it. You can find details on the naming contest on our website, WKYT.com. The community gathered in Clay County to say goodbye to a legendary Kentucky coach. Bobby Keith coached the Clay County basketball team for 29 seasons. He was named Kentucky High School Coach of the Year 5 times. Coach Keith died Wednesday at the age of 75. A service was held in the Clay County High School gym, which is named after Coach Keith. Family members plan to set up a trophy case at Clay County High School in his honor and create a scholarship fund to help athletes. At least 17 people are dead and many are missing as Matthew moves out east. Even though the deadly storm is no longer a hurricane, it continues to cause serious problems. Officials say flooding remains a huge concern. Scott McLean has the latest on Hurricane Matthew.
Well, the sun is shining in North Carolina and Matthew has moved out to sea, but that is just about where the good news ends. 16 inches of rain fell on parts of this state, and as you can see, the wind was strong enough to bring down trees and in the process power lines as well. 2.3 million people all up and down the East Coast are without power. 800,000 of those or more are in the state of North Carolina. The flooding that you see here is pretty minor in comparison to other parts of this area, but 8 people were killed, others are still missing. State officials and the governor admit that they may have underestimated the power of Matthew, but they don't want to make the same mistake with what's to come. The problem is all this rainwater has to go somewhere. Primarily, it is going east and into the ocean, and it is expected to bring record flooding to those communities. Officials want to make sure that they are prepared. Now, even if you are the lucky ones who did not get flooded, chances are your power is out. Gas is hard to come by. It is also very difficult to get around due to the road closures. Obviously, crews are working to get the power back on, but officials stress this will be a prolonged emergency and things will not be back to normal anytime soon. In Fayetteville, North Carolina, I'm Scott McLean.
People in South Carolina are without power after Hurricane Matthew. Crews with Bluegrass Energy are down there right now helping out. They're replacing broken poles and removing downed trees from active power lines. Crews could be down there for weeks as recovery efforts continue in the areas hardest hit by the hurricane. So good to have you with us bright and early on your Monday. In WKYT this morning, we're just getting started. Still ahead, a Florida teenager makes an unbelievable catch that earns him the #1 spot on SportsCenter's Top 10 playlist. We'll have that video for you coming up right after Micah's forecast.
We have 40s outside early this morning. It's kind of a chilly start to the day, but the afternoon looks great, and so does the next few days. When do we have a rain chance in the forecast? It's deep on into the forecast, but I'll show you when. Coming up next.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It's all about the temperatures early this morning. We're sitting there in the 40s and some already in the 30s. Monticello, Powersburg, down toward Wayne County, you're 37 degrees. Going to Somerset and London, back toward Harlan and Danville, we're holding on to that 43-degree reading. And as we travel throughout your afternoon, it is going to be a pretty nice day. I mean, we go from very chilly conditions to relatively warm conditions. We're sitting there right around 70 degrees. It's roughly average for this time of year, as we'll have mostly sunny skies. And I say relatively warm because the past few days have been pretty chilly. So yeah, we get into the afternoon. It actually feels really nice. Off toward the evening hours, I don't see any problems heading out to eat or kids going off to the ball fields. No issues whatsoever. Let's talk about your 3-day tracker, because really there's not much to talk about the next 3 days until you hit Thursday. So tomorrow and on Wednesday, they're pretty much the same. We'll get a little bit warmer. Hold on to the 70s, low to mid 70s on both of those days, and looking really nice. Now, however, you get off toward Thursday, and there's going to be a front rolling on through. This front will bring a rain chance, but it's not a good one. You're talking 30%, and that's about it. But we'll see those temperatures roll back into the 60s, and we'll be there in the mid to upper 60s, especially depending on the cloud cover and also the rain chance right over you. But yeah, Thursday's our next best chance of rain. But remember, it's still relatively small. That not only goes for Thursday, but it goes off into Friday too. Those 2 days look like the better opportunity of rain, but remember, these are relatively small chances. These aren't great chances, but there's your look as you see that rain track on through. So the breakdown of the 7-day forecast is the next 3 days, we are still right there at or below average. Now, as we head off towards your Thursday and Friday, there's that front that I was just talking about rolling on through. It's not going to bring us a great chance of rain, nor a lot of rain. I mean, even at 30%, remember, the percentages aren't about how heavy the rain is. It's about the coverage. And even at 30%, you can get some heavy downpours, especially during the summer months, but we're in fall. And you won't get very many heavy downpours with these on Thursday and Friday. That means Friday night football will be okay. Just can't rule out a small chance of rain. Off towards your weekend, sitting there in the low to mid 70s. All in all, this is a pretty good looking forecast. I know some of us are still wanting some rain. I'll be honest, I kind of would like some rain.
We need it a little bit.
Every now and then. That would be nice, but yeah, it's just the past few times have just fallen on bad timing.
Right.
Friday, Saturday.
Always during the events.
That's right. And,
but that's a nice looking forecast.
Not bad. Pretty
yeah.
good.
Cold weekend.
It is. It was
Felt
chilly.
like fall.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right. Thank you, Micah.
Yeah.
All right. A Florida teen made a catch that's catching fire online. Jeannie Mose reports on the bobble of the year.
There are more unusual things to catch than a football. For instance, when a crowd-walking member of a Dutch band caught and drank a beer. Or when a dad sat his son on the luggage counter at an airport in Poland, the boy fell but was caught by a security officer.
There is the baby where he should not be. The baby falls. The father putting on a coat. There it is.
At least 13-year-old Jaden Wilson didn't bobble a baby. The Youth Football League Pro Titans in Wellington, Florida tried a little razzle-dazzle, then passed to Jaden. Watch him bobble behind his back, on his knees, on his feet. Bobbles again. Touchdown. An unforgettable catch, right?
I don't really remember the play. It was just shocking that I actually caught it when I ended up with it.
Jaden's dad was on the sidelines talking to his wife on the phone.
He kept bobbling the ball, and I was like, he caught it, he dropped it. No, he didn't drop it.
How cool is this, at the age of 13, to not only be included in SportsCenter's top 10 plays, but to be #1?
Look at this play here. Bobbles it 6 times and makes the play.
Catch of the year, tweeted someone, but a naysayer disagreed. If he was actually really good, it wouldn't have been bobbled so much. Try telling that to the undefeated Pro Titans, not to mention Jaden's dad.
He averages about 2 to 3 touchdowns a game.
But this kid is humble. All that bobbling won't go to his head. Ginny Mo, CNN, New York.
That Twitter guy was a hater. That was a great catch, kid. All right, when WKYT This Morning returns, there's all kinds of gadgets out there to help us track our health, but now you can focus on your pet's fitness. That story is coming up next on WKYT This Morning.
Kentucky mornings start here. You're watching WKYT This Morning.
Welcome back in. It is 4:51 on your Monday. Thanks for waking up early with WKYT. In the news this morning, deputies in Martin County are looking for suspects involved in a copper theft. It happened at the Elevation Energy coal plant. Security guards say they saw as a group of people stealing copper from control panels got away. Police say the thieves left behind tools at the scene along with a vehicle.
They've been receiving a lot of intelligence that they were being burglarized, a lot of people stealing copper on their property.
Deputies have already made one arrest in the case, but they're still looking for 2 to 3 more suspects. Those arrested could face charges of criminal trespassing. A Boyle County couple accused of allowing 3 children to live in what investigators call unfit conditions are now officially facing charges. According to the Advocate Messenger, Gregory Wilkerson and Brandy Harmon were indicted on 3 counts of criminal abuse. The Boyle County Sheriff's Office says the 2 were found back in July living in a shed behind Wilkerson's sister's home with no electricity or running water. Deputies say the children had to be treated for bed bugs and extreme rashes. Wilkerson and Harmon are now in the Boyle County Detention Center. Well, pet owners are now able to use new technology to get a better overall picture of their animal's health. Chris Martinez shows us how pet trackers work.
Of all the animals dog walker David Levin takes out daily, none are more precious to him than his golden retriever, Mark. David keeps tabs on Mark's daily exercise with an activity tracker.
Helps me keep him active, make sure I'm caring for him as much as he cares for me.
Pet owners are increasingly turning to activity trackers to monitor their animal's health. San Francisco-based Whistle makes one of the market's most popular devices.
Every blue dot is an animal wearing this.
That's correct.
It attaches to an animal's collar and sends information to the owner's smartphone, like stats on the pet's weight and how much time it's getting outdoors. All that can then be shared with the vet. Other brands include Paw Tracker, Pet Pace, and Nuzzle.
Good boy, handsome man.
According to the American Animal Hospital Association, most dogs in the U.S. don't get enough exercise. More than 40% are overweight, 25% are obese.
Both dog owners and cat owners are taking their pets to the vet less frequently. And the goal with Whistle is really to bring that day-to-day awareness about your pet's health and their safety to the forefront.
David says Mark's tracker also includes GPS.
I know that if he wanders off, I'm going to be able to find him.
It's peace of mind he calls invaluable. Chris Martinez, CBS News, San Francisco.
Good information for our pets there. Coming up next, we'll take a look at some of the stories we're working on for you this morning, and we'll have another look at your morning forecast right after the break. It is 4:56. Welcome back to WKYT This Morning. Now it's time to take a look at some of the stories we're working on this morning. We're tracking breaking news this morning. An Amber Alert has been issued in Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky State Police need your help finding a missing 4-year-old girl. We'll have the very latest details on the alert coming up at the top of the hour on WKYT. Well, it's been a nice weekend and we got a nice week ahead. Let's check in with meteorologist Micah Harris one more time as we head into that 5 o'clock hour.
Yeah, and we're looking outside. It looks like we could have some pretty chilly air early this morning as you're walking out the door. So that's just something to watch out for, because you may need a light sweater, a light coat before you step out the door. It's 37 degrees right now in Monticello. We're 47 in Lexington and Mount Sterling, Moorhead, all as well, except it's a little bit chilly outside today. Now we head off into your afternoon. Get into your afternoon at 70 degrees. That's a nice day and mostly sunny skies. I don't see any problems. Remember, we have another 2 hours of WKYT News coming up at the top of the hour. We'll see you then.